So I did some research online and I found the 2015 MacBook Pro being sold on Best Buy for about $1,000 to $1,200 or on eBay for about 500 to 700 Canadian dollars. And I'm sure there's more resources out there, but those were the two I found. But I'm not gonna talk about whether it's still worth buying, but I do wanna talk about why I personally think the 2015 MacBook Pro is still a really good laptop. And before we get into the video, if you can please slap that like button for me, I would totally appreciate it. Now let's get into it. So this 2015 MacBook Pro is actually my sister's and she lent it to me about a couple months ago because my 2012 MacBook Air has been seriously lagging lately, and editing on this, using it every single day has been amazing. Let's first jump into its functionality. I feel like having ports is a luxury these days with laptops, and this comes with a total of 8. It has a MagSafe charger, 2 for Thunderbolt charging, an earphone jack, 2 USB, an SD card, and an HDMI port. So that's crazy. It has a lot jammed into the sides, and I've never had to buy a dongle to bring with me because it has everything I need. Now moving on to the keyboard, I find that it's a little bit more lifted than my MacBook Air, and it's honestly really satisfying to type on. It doesn't have the pesky butterfly keyboards that a lot of people don't really like so much. So yeah, I have no issues typing on this. I'll do a little keyboard typing test really quickly. And then also you'll notice that there's no touch bar as well. I believe the 2015 MacBook Pro is the latest MacBook you can get that has no touch bar. I've never used a laptop with touch bar, so I can't really say too much about it, but personally I feel like I like buttons better than that touch bar because I just like touching the buttons, knowing where they are by the touch instead of looking at it. Moving on to the touch pad, it's a decent size, like I don't struggle with it at all, but I know that newer laptops have bigger touch pads, so that might be something you're interested in. But again, I don't think you're gonna struggle at all if you are looking to use a 2015 MacBook Pro. Let's move on to the screen. How does it perform indoors and outdoors? Well, this laptop has 300 nits indoors. That's actually not that bad, and I personally don't struggle with it at all. It has great color, the pixels are beautiful. I love watching movies and TV shows on here and just doing work on this laptop indoors. Now, moving outside, 300 nits isn't exactly the best. You are gonna have a little bit of struggle when you're doing work outside, especially with that bright sunlight. If it's not that bright outside, it's not gonna be the worst. And as for the speakers in this, I mean, I really can't complain too much. It's good. Like, I'm not struggling to listen to music. It's loud, it has bass, I can hear the vocals. It's a decent and really good experience watching YouTube videos or movies. And of course, it's not compared to today's standards, but yeah, it's pretty decent enough for a 2015 MacBook Pro. Now let's move on to the bulk of this laptop. How does it perform every single day? The fan, the battery, and all of that stuff. So I do want to know, I edit on here on iMovie at least every single day or every other day. I also have multiple tabs open as well. Sometimes I play music in the background. I also have my external hard drive plugged in as well, and I have to say it keeps up honestly quite well. I've only had it crash once on me, and other than that, it has never crashed on me. And with all of that being said, the fan is honestly not that bad. After maybe like half a day or 2/3 of a day, that's when the fan will start to overheat. But it's not excessive to the point where it's overheating and you can't hear the audio. Like, it's not subtle, but it's not excessive. It's like right in the middle. And I have to say that's really impressive as well, because this laptop is at least 7 years old and it's held up quite well. Now, I do want to touch on if you edit on Adobe Premiere Pro or you use their editing softwares like After Effects, Illustrator, what other ones are there? Photoshop, and all of that stuff. I do think you can still use those on this laptop, but I think you will eventually push it to a point where it may crash on you. Hey, I'm just editing and I forgot to mention about the battery. So on a full charge, if I'm doing light work, like just browsing on the internet, watching a few YouTube videos or videos, it will last me an entire day. Now, if I am editing on iMovie, while also watching videos or browsing the internet on top of all of that, it will last about half a day to about 2/3 of a day. So overall, I do think this laptop is still a really great laptop, especially since it's 7 years old. It's held up really great over the years. And also, if you are in the market of looking for an older laptop, then I think this is a great choice for you, because not everyone has the budget to buy a new laptop, or not everyone needs a new laptop. If you are doing like everyday office work, just editing on iMovie and just everyday work like that, yeah, this will definitely suffice for you. If you're looking to do like work outside, then you might want a laptop with higher nits. That way, when you work outside, it's a better experience for you. But overall, for my use, it's been nothing but great, and it's held up so great over the years. So if this review helped you out, definitely slap that like button. I would totally appreciate it. But anyways, that is it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.